everyone, Pro Drum Tech Kenny Sharretts coming to you from the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, home of the Milwaukee Bucks. We'll talk about snare drums. People have been asking me about snare drum tuning on my videos for tom tuning. And so since I'm out here on the road with Lil John Roberts, I figured I'd share some of the tom tune or snare tunings that I'm using for the show. Now we have a Starclassic Bubinga Snare drum, 5.5 by 14 inch. I like to use two different tuning intervals on these kind of drums, 5.5 inch drums. Either a half step between tonic and a half step above for a crisp, dry palate, just nice, clean, not much throat, just really to the point. And then I also like using on this drum the perfect fifth. We have a C and a G going on here. It gives a little bit more throw to the drum, a little bit more bark and chunk to the snare drum. So again, you can tune it a little bit lower and still get the crack, but get some fat throat out of the drum as well. Now over here on the side snare, we have a Tama Starclassic G-Maple. This is a ripping drum. It's a 13 by 7. And on 13 and 12-inch drums that are a little bit deeper, I like to use the perfect fourth almost exclusively. It gives a wicked crack, a lot of throat, and allows you to get some body out of a snare drum that would normally be a little churchy and a little bit more on your side snare, pickety, pickety, pickety for your triggers or a trigger sound, and give it a lot of crack and throat so it still has presence. So let's take these drums up under the microphones during line check and see what it sounds like with and without the triggers, so you can see how these tunings blend with the triggers we're using. All right, everyone, now we're back up here at the kit, just done with line check, and so let's give a listen to what these snares sound like under the microphone. Now, like I was talking about, this snare here, this Bubinga Tama snare, is tuned to a perfect fifth. I actually took it up a half step after last night's show, kind of brought it up. It was better in this venue, so it's a C sharp and a G sharp. Let's listen to this drum. Nice and cracky, but with a nice throat to it. Still sensitive enough for buzz, but cracky. Now over here, remember we had this one tuned to the perfect fourth, my favorite tuning for 13 and 12-inch snares that are deeper, and let's give this a little hit. Now you see it's got the higher pop sound of a side snare or a pop snare, but it's still rich and thick underneath. And the best part about both these tunings is they're very crisp and clean and short. Subsequently, it gives me a chance to put some trigger spank on it, where the triggers actually blend well with the snare drum. The snare drum doesn't overpower the trigger, so you get something like this. They blend really nicely together again on the side snare. So these are just some of the settings I use to help get great sounds in the arena and still have great responding triggers that blend well in the mix for my audio guide. Stick around and check out more snare tuning videos that'll be coming up soon, or any of the other videos on my channel, and thank you for watching.